Hello, graduating students. I'm Mario Bonk, Chair of the Department of Mathematics. I'm happy to congratulate you for your graduation. The past academic year has been very difficult for many of you. With the whole world in the grip of the pandemic, it must have been hard to focus on your academic studies. Yet in these trying times, you succeeded in one of the most challenging math programs in the country and completed your degree. This is quite an achievement. Congratulations to all of you. With the pandemic slowly subsiding, things start to look much better now. A bright future lies ahead of you, and you should celebrate your graduation and the Commencement 2021. Our commencement speaker this year is Davida Milo. Davida is a UCLA alumna and holds a bachelor degree in applied mathematics with specialization in computing. Davida has a long and distinguished career in business, working on technology solutions and software support systems. She has been an ally of UCLA and our department for a long time. She's a member of the Mathematics and Statistics Chairs Council and the current chair of the UCLA Physical Sciences Board of Advisors. I'm very happy that Davida kindly agreed to be our commencement speaker. So congratulations again for your graduation. I wish you all the best for the future.
Hi, I'm Davida Milo. I'm a proud and grateful UCLA mathematics alumna, and I'm delighted to be here for this commencement celebration. Thank you to the chair of the mathematics department, Professor Mario Bonk, for inviting me to join you. I have had the distinct pleasure to bookend this academic year with two important events. I participated in a virtual panel welcoming this year's incoming freshman class in mathematics, and I'm incredibly honored to be here for your commencement. Congratulations to UCLA's Department of Mathematics, class of 2021. Welcome, and welcome to your loved ones who are here to support and acknowledge you. While I wish we were safely able to meet in person for this ceremony, I'd like to acknowledge your final year was likely far from ideal. Plus, in the midst of weathering the challenges and sacrifices of the pandemic, we also saw painful reminders of continuing racial injustice and saw a horrible increase in violent hate crimes and an amplified divisive political dialogue punctuated by an attack on our Capitol. I hope that the rapid transition to distance learning and the necessity to be off campus has been the worst of the personal challenges you endured. I want to take a moment to express heartfelt support for those hit harder by the pandemic who experienced personal or family illness or loss. But you're here now. You've clearly been able to navigate with resilience and grit and reach this impressive graduation milestone through unprecedented challenges. Getting here included hurdles beyond a typical college journey. You made it, and I commend you. So how did I make my way here to share this celebration with you today? Well, I was the only one from my South Florida high school to come to UCLA, so I didn't know a soul on campus. I also want to pause to appreciate my high school calculus teacher, Mrs. Patsy Rose. She was an exceptionally capable teacher, and she cemented my appreciation for mathematics. It sparked my interest in it as a course of study. Hopefully, at some point in your education, you've had a teacher who believed in you, encouraged you to take on new challenges, and that you realize in hindsight changed the trajectory of your life. So thanks, Mrs. Rose. A fresh start on a new coast at a large school required significant adjustment. In addition to needing to build a network of friends, I was financially dependent on federal grants to supplement earnings from part-time and summer work, and I took a modest amount of student loans as well. I met many of my dearest friends, and of important note, my husband, while living in the dorms my first 2 years. It was a phenomenal way to cultivate relationships. I had an invaluable crew of friends also taking courses in mathematics in those first 2 years, and those yielded friendships that endure today. I engaged in a wide variety of activities at UCLA. Much of it was part-time work as a front desker in Hedrick Hall. I supported the assistant director in Sproul. I worked in the orientation office, and I administered the math placement exam to all incoming freshmen that summer. I worked at Bruin Woods over a summer as a counselor and enjoyed taking families out on the lake as a fishing guide. And I was able to work as a teaching assistant for a great undergraduate course called The Social Psychology of Higher Education. Now, I hope each of you enjoyed your own unique and amazing experience at UCLA. And although mine wasn't without snags or struggles, as I look back, I'm grateful I took advantage of so many enriching experiences and nurtured important friendships. I carried that pattern of engagement into my early career, where I made strong bonds with valued coworkers who ultimately became close friends as part of a supportive network. So what did I get from a math degree besides a scientist's discount on my car insurance? The UCLA undergraduate experience was transformational for me, and it was a game changer in terms of access to opportunity and financial security. In my case, mathematics, along with a specialization in computing, opened doors to interviews with many more companies who were recruiting from UCLA. And let me tell you, I've looked through hundreds and hundreds of resumes through decades of my career, assisting my respective firms with hiring. I can assure you that a degree in mathematics, especially from a nationally respected university like UCLA, garners respect. What can you do with a math degree? The answer is practically anything. Math is foundational. It's essential in STEM subjects, but it also enables other disciplines to make sense of the data that informs their decisions and discoveries. Math teaches one to be analytical, to break down problems into manageable components, to think about why it's true, not just apply a formula. And math pairs well with so many other disciplines and fields, not just education and research, but finance, economics, portfolio management, insurance, medicine, psychology, sociology, and definitely technology. You are trained and educated problem solvers. There are so many avenues where you may take your math degree: education, academia, research, or industry. Mine was a corporate path. I should note that as I approached graduation, my top employer pick did not initially extend an offer. After the closing in-house interview, after which most candidates received offers, I did not. I learned later this was presumably because of a question I'd asked. In my closing discussion with the senior partner, I'd asked how many partners were women. He told me that partners had MBAs and most women did not. He told me women often left because they wanted to start a family. And I looked at him and the framed picture of his family sitting on his desk, and I couldn't help but wonder, why can't I have a successful career and a family? Shortly after I was passed over, fortunately, a few key executives who'd been recruiting me at UCLA circled back and asked me to go through another series of interviews. And ultimately, I did receive an offer. Now, right after graduating, I'd taken a role at an aerospace firm, but this offer and a second from another consulting firm made me reconsider, and I decided consulting was a better fit for me. I joined Accenture, a global consulting firm that delivers business and technology solutions to Fortune 500 and 100 companies. I spent 10 years there and was given the opportunity to work across a wide variety of industries, including aerospace, utilities, high tech, and financial services. And when I left, I developed deep skills in a particular line of business that I leveraged to land a role at a former client. I joined PIMCO, perhaps the best known fixed income investment management firm, in their technology department as the global head of PIMCO's customer relationship management platform. When I joined, the firm was fairly small, approximately 500 employees across 2 US offices and a very small global presence. And when I left as a senior vice president over 13 years later, PIMCO had approximately 2,400 employees and almost a dozen global offices. My team and I had helped deploy a rich set of technology solutions in the US and globally. I truly enjoyed the work, which often involved leveraging those problem-solving skills, lots of data analysis, and creating innovative new capabilities. More recently, after leaving PIMCO, I registered an independent consultancy in California, and I've done some limited part-time independent consulting. This has enabled me to have a greater balance the past several years, to still enjoy a professional toe in the water while having more time with my family as my children spend their last chunk of years at home before leaving for college. While at PIMCO, I was grateful to be invited to join UCLA's Board of Advisors for the Division of Physical Sciences. Participating in this board for nearly a decade now has strengthened my deep appreciation for my UCLA education, and I've truly enjoyed getting to know the dean, faculty, students, and my esteemed board members whose resumes brim with eye-popping accomplishments. Now, I'm known by my family for giving unsolicited advice, but in this instance, I feel UCLA has invited it. There's much that I learned in the past several decades that I did not yet understand when I was graduating. Sometimes we learn by observing good examples, and sometimes bad, and sometimes by making our own mistakes. And while I sincerely hope we all contribute to alleviating the more serious societal ills I'd mentioned earlier, I'm going to focus on 3 more straightforward, tangible suggestions as you launch your career or enter graduate school. The first is to surround yourself with good people. They may not necessarily share your identical political or religious views. In my view, they demonstrate integrity in what they say and do. They keep commitments and have a reliable track record of delivering what they promised. They're highly capable in their area of expertise and are strong contributors to a group effort. Good people treat others with kindness, respect, and courtesy, regardless of their level in the organization, their background, their role, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender, or whatever is the same or different between them and the other person. Being surrounded by good people makes your life vastly more productive, successful, and enjoyable. The second is to focus on desired outcomes. Too often I found myself indulging in frustration at a setback or with a difficult person with whom I needed to interact. Instead, keep communications and efforts focused specifically on an optimal outcome. In the moments when you're most frustrated, pause to think about what positive steps you can take to edge toward that goal, that project, that research effort, the meeting, whatever it may be, and work ethically and efficiently toward that goal. The third final bit of advice I'd offer is to create and maintain connections with others. This has served me very well professionally and personally. Stay in touch with the people you value and do so proactively. You have an easier hand of this as social natives who've grown up the majority of your life with social media, with all its good and bad. It enables you to have the ability to re-find a person you met at school, at a job, in a conference. That kind of connectivity wasn't available when I was getting my education or early in my career, so I was writing letters and emails. And after you've met with someone that you don't see or speak with often, if you appreciated your time with them, let them know. I'm a strong believer that a quick text or follow-up message is the cherry on top after a good visit. I don't need to convince you any further except to point out how nice it feels when you're on the receiving end. So create connections. Some people are just passengers and participants that attend the next meeting or gathering. But I'd encourage you to take the time and initiative, and yes, do the work some of the time, to be the creator of some of those meaningful gatherings that bring people together. I found this to be hugely worth the effort professionally and personally. These events emerge in your memory far above the day-to-day. They will be gems you remember fondly when you have decades to reflect back upon. They cement and nurture great relationships, not just between you and those who join, but amongst the participants as well. So in closing, I want to congratulate you again on achieving this esteemed degree in mathematics from a spectacular place, UCLA. I urge you to go forward and use that degree in so many of those diverse and powerful ways to stay connected to UCLA and to each other. Congratulations.
Greetings. It is a traditional and pleasant duty for the faculty who oversee UCLA's undergraduate mathematics program to say a few words to the graduating class, their families, and their friends. Completing the baccalaureate degree is one of life's major achievements and is for us, the teachers and the staff of UCLA Math, an honor to have played a role in the long journey to this landmark. Having been students ourselves, we know the joys and frustrations of learning mathematics. The graduates of 2021 have taken over 20 courses in higher mathematics, representing thousands of hours of study and effort. They have patiently mastered coursework, much of whose content is central to the functioning of today's world. Additionally, many have engaged in research with faculty. Some have even proceeded to the graduate level in their studies and will receive their master's degree. But beyond any particular useful content learned in courses, we hope that our graduates retain the universally useful habits of clear problem analysis, rigor of thought, and persistence when in difficulty, which have been so essential to success here. They will be effective tools whatever path is followed. For most of our graduates, we mark here the end of full-time education, but many will go on to professional schools and some will continue to do higher degrees where teaching and research are the goals. In our broad program, we value the growth and success of all of our students. We look forward to hearing from you in the future. We hope you will remember with warmth your time here with UCLA Math and at UCLA. Congratulations from all of us to the class of 2021.
Class of 2021, you did it! Congratulations. Your college experience has been full of unexpected changes and events. Some at a global scale, some at our university, and for each and every one of us, many, many, many personal ones. From working on problem sets together in campus study spaces, to learning and taking exams at home around the world. You've come through it all. Life's full of unexpected surprises. Some of them good, some of them bad. But the skills that you've developed as a math major will allow you to meet all of them head on. You'll persevere and you'll succeed. So congratulations, class of 2021. I'm so proud of you.
Congrats, class of 2021.
We just wanted to congratulate you all on your well-deserved success in graduating here at UCLA.
We're so proud to see you accomplishing great things, and although we aren't there to celebrate together, we hope you can safely celebrate wherever you are.
Sending warm thoughts and a big congratulations to all the graduates out there. Good luck on all of your future endeavors.
Woo! You did it!
Shahrazad Abadian, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Anshul Adv, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Jennifer Lynn Ailes, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. Eric Alamo, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ollie Vincent Alazam, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Gibran Ali, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Sami Alal, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Danielle Therese Almaraz, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Destin Alwi, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Ryan Gabriel Aniceto, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Graciela Bella Aprilienska, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Alfredo Arriaga Gamino, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Adam Alexander Atown, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Serena Awatramani, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Jude Benedict Baggio, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Mage Noah Ballet Mickelson, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Tieni Bao, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Matthew Anthony Barba, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Simon Arthur Baron, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Rocky Barraza, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Sean Nathan Bassa, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Atman Mayur Baxi, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Daniel Isaiah Becerra, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Anna Yancy Becerra Coronel, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Tanishq Badia, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Chong Xian Bai, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Chuki Bien, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Yuen Bien, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Irina Anna Maria Bodia, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Emma Caroline Broback, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Sophie Rose Bronker, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Quinn Everett Birch, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Benjamin David Burdett, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Roe Burstein, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Churzai, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Obed Camacho, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Michael Delphin Cameron, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Travis Michael Campos, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Yilin Chow, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Valentina Carducci, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Delia and Carpenter, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. New Cassandra, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Dhruv Amitava Chakraborty, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Joanne Wing Yi Chan, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Kyle Sumio Chan, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Curtis Young Chow, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Edwin Chow, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Brandon Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Chelsea Zishi Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Eric H. Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Jiwen Fu Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Ken Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Quanting Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Qingqing Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Quan Hai Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Rufan Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Eo Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Yiji Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Yujun Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Junxiao Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Zhishi Chen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Li Yuhi Cheng, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Nathan Chengxing Cheng, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Xiaoyang Che, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Byung-Jun Cho, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Landon Choi, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Minkyu Choi, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Kara Marlena Christensen, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ho Won Chuan, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. David Tae Chung, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Philip Do-Hyen Chung, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ryan Kyomin Chung, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Alessia Simbrai, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Christopher Tran Clegg, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Aidan Chance Clement, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Sean Song Cody, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Yoel Kohavi, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Christopher Allen Konatzer, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Cassandra Concepcion, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. Hannah Beryl Connolly, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Mei Lin Shui, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Tiana Shui, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Zhiyuan Shui, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Sasa Chaika, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Ethan Ross Davis, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Enrique de Almeida Castanjo Cabral, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Apostolos Delis, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Romina Maria DeVille, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Umut Dailais, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Yusuf Jaloli, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Stephanie Ando, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Xiaoyu Dong, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Dong Hyuk Du, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Sagar Prashant Doshi, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Lingyan Do, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Max Du, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Wei Du, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Jessica Hope Dunford, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Logan Andrew Dunn, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Zheng Duong, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Joshua Leon Wright, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Dirk Andrew Esser, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Madeline Ruth Evans, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Applied Sciences. Tristan Fabre, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. Jingfei Fong, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Yu Fei, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Jasmine Felix John, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Devin Andrew Fisher, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Kristen Friend Fukunaga, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Miguel Angel Gallardo, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. Jiujuan Gan, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Gu Gao, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Jingdong Gao, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Zheng Gao, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Karina Garcia, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Stephen Matthew Gardner, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Natalie Paulina Garnica, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Stephen Douglas G., Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Henry Alexander Genus, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Diana Gomez, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Randy Mauricio Gonzalez, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Manuel Arturo Gonzalez Parra, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Clint Robert Goodwin, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Liam Joseph Grant, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Elijah Avery Gross Sable, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Brian Malcolm Guan, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Isaiah Anthony Guerrero, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Jason Thomas Guerrero, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Mark Andrew Guevara, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Zixiao Gua, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Kabir Svarup Gupta, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Omar Hafez, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Daniel Jerome Hald, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Dong Han, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Emily Han, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Sue Han, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Sterling C. Hansen, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Dion Haripal, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Jennifer Grace Hartley, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Kayla Yasmin Hassan, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Muhammad Razif Hassan, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Ijun He, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Kylie Elizabeth Hefner, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. Olivia Nicole Heiner, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Abigail C. Hernandez, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. Maria G. Hernandez, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Douglas Hext, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Brian Patrick Santana Hoffman, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Duke Korea Hong, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Richard Hong, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Ing Hong, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Daniel N.U. Ho, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Samanda Hu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Xiaohan Hu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Xin Miao Hu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Xiongzhua Hu, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Byron Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Dawei Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Siki Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Weiyu Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Wentao Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Ximin Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Yihuan Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Jingza Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Jixian Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Zicheng Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Ziki Huang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Samuel Inghua Hunter, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Nikhil Tony Idakula, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Aurora Belen Garcia Ignacio, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Alejandro Andres Iniguez Toscano, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Christy Lulu Intara, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Georges Christophe IP, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Nav Eli Jain, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Scott Jordan James, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Hendrik Jansen, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Wendy Gallick Gifferi, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Bronson Zhang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Kayu Ji, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Qinrong Ji, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Park Jayamsraipong, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Chenxi Jiang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Leihan Jiang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Mingqi Jiang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Shirley Jiang, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Taoyu Jiang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Zhonghan Jiang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Xin Jean, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Zenan Jean, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Amanda Marie Johnson, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ashin Paul Jose, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Lan Ju, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Dassel Zhang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Vaishnavi Pramod Kadambi, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Omar Ismail Kadura, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Brent Camilla Gibson, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Joe Kawai, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. John Matthew Katengian, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Nigar Kojastigan, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Hugh Kwong Kong, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Beatrice Yushuan Ku, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Brandon Kim, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Ji Sun Kim, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ki Won Kim, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Rockmeal Klein, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Andrew Tomas Klenner, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Yutaro Kobayashi, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Dejong Kong, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Chiu-Yue Kong, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Wei Kong, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Daniel Ku, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Daniel Kosakowski, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Jack Dennis Krupinski, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Eugene Kwok, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Alvin Tan Lo, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Kevin Lo, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Alice Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Chris Jonathan Lee, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Jamie Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ji-Yin Lee, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Kuan Yu Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Rebecca Lee, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Robia Sung-Ju Lee, Bachelors of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Won-Jae Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ye-Won Lee, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics for Teaching. Aaron Lee, Sr., Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Ian Lei, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Riley David Lena Wei, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Hanif Leoputera, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Arvid Gustav Levender, Class 2021, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics. Brady Alexander Levinson, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Daniel Levi Minzy, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Chin Lee, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Cheng Yi Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Mingza Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Heemin Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Jingxing Lee, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Jingyi Lee, Bachelors of Science in Mathematics Economics. Julia Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Megan Saki Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Pei Shu Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Ruan Yu Lee, Bachelors of Science in Applied Mathematics. Samantha Yuding Lee, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Sihoe Lee, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Sonia Lee, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Tianqing Li, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Yifei Li, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Yik Hin Li, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Ichiyuan Li, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Zhiping Li, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Lyndon Yates Liang, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Jingjun Liang, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Joshua Josiah Limong, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Bing Lin, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Chuanyu Lin, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Rui Lin, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Shirhan Lin, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Annie Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Nicholas Michael Liskage, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Baisong Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Audi Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Jerry Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Gianni Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Jun Lin Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Peter Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Shangji Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Shitzi Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Tianqi Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Jiqing Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Zhongjuan Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Andrew Zhen Lo, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Alejandro Josue Lopez, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Jacob Loren, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. Gabrielle Lucia Lorenzi, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. Jeremy Seth Louis, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Zicheng Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics Economics. Amith Unjun Lakor, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Jielin Luo, Bachelor's of Science in Financial Actuarial Mathematics. Xiaoshu Luo, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation. Richard Carvin Lai, Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics. E. Liu, Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics of Computation.